Hello again, people. Right, it's 5:46 in the morning. I've been awake about an hour and a half, somewhere like that. Looked at the charts. It's a bad time of day to trade under normal circumstances, late in the Asian session and before the Frankfurt session. So I've had a look for anything obvious. There was nothing obvious. I had a fantastic day yesterday. 15 or 16 trades. I lose count. All traded safely, all traded with a strategy, all traded with tight stops, and because of the volatility in the market, the targets have, because of the daily range doubling, I can double my targets. You do have to double your stops, but as I say many times in my videos, you do enter trades when the price is generally exhausted in the opposite direction. So you're entering when there's no more trades likely to happen against you. Support and resistance has been broken. You come back to do a test, and when you get the green light, as it were, to go, you're entering at the best possible point you can with this method. So that said, I thought I would try to show you a way of using compounding where you can basically start earning from day one. I go against the norm of risk 1%, never risk more than 1% of your account. It looks like you're risking 30 here, but as if you've watched my other videos about compounding, you're only in fact risking 3%. So with a suggested account value of, or trading, your trading monies of £10,000, divided by 10. If you can get a high leverage broker, 500 to 1, then you're not, the beauty of that is you're not putting all your £10,000 in the account, you're just putting 10%, and then you increase your risk to 30%, and you haven't had to risk your capital with a broker who may be offshore, supposedly risky, and so on and so forth. So and then if you lose, if your whole account gets taken out, you've still got another 9 goes at getting it right. Also, I feel this protects you against the heat of the moment, moving your stops or whatever, because you'll feel you're in the right trade but you just got in at the wrong time. Do not do that. Just take the hit, and if you have to put more money back into your account or trade up using extreme compounding, then whatever you do, just make sure you protect your capital. The other thing to mention here that occurred to me is that you have to try to find a broker that has negative balance protection, because you're not necessarily only risking your $1,000 or pounds. You can, in reality, the broker can not use your stops or not honour the stops unless you do get a proper guaranteed stop loss broker, but you need to do your homework and research on that. You could effectively owe $100,000 or thereabouts on your, excuse me, 5:50 alarm call. You could lose far more than your initial deposit if you don't choose the right broker. So get a good broker, do your research. There was a black swan event, I can't remember when it actually happened, either 2013 or 2015 I think, where the Swiss central bank decided to prop up its currency, or devalue, I can never remember which, and there was a massive move in the market, and that caused people to go into negative balance to the tune of hundreds of thousands of pounds in some cases. It busted some brokers. I think Alpara UK went, and some brokers were chasing people for hundreds of thousands of dollars and bankrupting them. Even with an account like this, you could possibly owe 40 grand on or something like that. And you need to Google that, because it was a life-changing moment. But some brokers did write it off, because they would not do their reputations any good if it got out on the internet that they'd been chasing people, retail traders, for huge amounts of money. So be aware of that as well. Not a lot of people are aware of that. So you're risking, you've got your £1,000, 10% of your trading capital with a broker. So you've already reduced your risk effectively. People say 500 to 1 leverage is untradeable, but all you're doing is exactly what I've just described, using the broker's money to earn money. So now, how can we start making money from day one? Second alarm, just in case I oversleep. Apologies, people. I should turn my phone off before starting a video. And yes, how can we start making money from day one? Well, this is what I suggest. You've got your $1,000, you're trading. After week one, the reason for this, of course, is because when you get to these silly numbers up here, people say compounding never works, because you get emotions kick in. For goodness sake, you're up to 47 grand, but you're risking 12 grand, 13 grand a trade on month 2 of this compounding chart. Crazy, and it's an interesting test of your mental strength, if you can do it. And I know that there are people that have done it, but it's not for me. So how can we make money from day one? Well, my suggestion is, just to make this easy for calculating purposes, after week one you draw out half of your profit. So draw out 310. This is your weekly profit for the 5 days. You draw out £310 and you leave the remainder in. That way, rather than draw out the lot, because that's not using compounding at all, you draw out half. So you've made £300 in week one, providing you've taken 1 trade a day. Very, very careful analysis. Don't get excited. You know there's a new trade the following day, so always opportunities. Don't chase your losses if you have a bad day. Just have a breather and try and relax. And the more you do this, the better you'll get at it, and the better mental strength you will get, in my opinion. So week one rather, we've got £1,310 to trade. After week 2, we can take out £406, 70p, somewhere around there. So let's say 410. So we've now got 1,720 in our account. That's week 2. And importantly, we've banked over £700. Week 3, we can take out 539 quid. So we'll add 540 to that, and that's 2,260 by my reckoning. You can see where we're going with this. So we've drawn out substantial amounts of money. By week 3, we're running at £1,400 profit, the total of these 5 days. And so week 3 we can draw out 700. At the end of week 3 we can draw out £700 and leave £700 in. So we're now at £2,960 roughly. So we've virtually trebled our account, we've trebled our income, and we've drawn out a substantial amount of money. And that's it, guys. That, in my opinion, and I hope I've got my calculations right here, is how to earn money from day one without the stress of getting up to these massive numbers. You've safely banked cash as you go along, months trading, one trade a day, and you've trebled your account. Hopefully I've got that right. And that's the safe way to do it, in my opinion. It works. Whether the calculations are right or not, whether my spreadsheet's right or not, you create a right one. It's roughly where it works roughly. I do it every day, so I know it works. Even now, because I still don't like having huge amounts of money with brokers. So, in my opinion, this is the way. Money in your own bank is far safer than money with some broker across the water. So, guys, thank you for watching. I think I'm going to roll over and go back to sleep. I might look for a trade. It's still that bad time of day, 6 o'clock in the morning. Considering now the volatility in the market, it's all over the place. So pre-Frankfurt trading, after making 15 or 16 trades during yesterday, any time of the day, I'm not so concerned. Amazing how trading changes so quickly, isn't it? You don't need to get yourself in to any sort of concrete belief system with trading. It's fluid, especially in markets with coronavirus affecting stuff. Just the rules really are: use your indicators, use your trend analysis, look for volatility. Do not trade when your moving average is flat. That's another thing that I never mention. I can't remember the last time I mentioned. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. But the moving averages when I rolled over this morning were flat, and if they're flat, it means there's not a lot going on. You want your moving averages to have turned up, to go long, or turned down, to go short, along with your indicators, of course, showing momentum in the market, that wonderful RSI histo alert, and then of course just understand that there are multiple opportunities every day. If you miss one, don't get stressed out and take take a trade because you've missed one. Just go away, have a walk, make a coffee, clear your mind, and then start from scratch drawing your levels on the charts. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.